Hi Taurus, welcome into a general weekly reading. I hope you're doing well out there. Please do keep in mind this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and do discard the rest, or simply see how the week turns out for you individually. But to begin from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck for Taurus. Oh, this is for the week of December 2nd to the 8th, and potentially surrounding it. We're beginning with the two cards of happiness and enlightenment. This is going to be a week where you're feeling your happiness more so coming back to be. I feel the recent past has been feeling maybe a bit blah for some drawn to this reading. A bit heavy, annoying even is the wording I'm getting. And I feel your happiness has not been fully with you, okay? And I do sense that Spirit's reminding you of certain past experiences, methods, strategies, if you will. For somebody, it's a hobby or two, working out, taking care of yourself, maybe getting your favorite food in your system, things like this that I'm getting specifically to increase your happiness. And I feel some of you really need to work on, to the best of your ability, getting better quality sleep, okay? And so habits may play into that. Because remember, when you're tired, typically you're not going to be the happiest version of yourself. But it's a week where you're going to not only be gaining enlightenment in regards to, I want to say, selectively, and less of which the past, but as well what's going to lie ahead for you in different areas of your life. And I also, but not only just that, but I feel you're going to as well be a source of enlightenment, clarity, a voice of truth for other people. I'm hearing you might have Libra in your chart. I feel that came or was supposed to come out in the reading. It might have not. Anyways, but they're saying there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and I feel a lot of you need to remember this. You need to hear this at this time because things haven't been super simplistic, super easy. Things are changing within your world, within and outside of you. And it feels like, I've said this a million times for this Taurus collective, and you might be new to this community, this channel, but it just feels like you're a little bit impatient, right? Wanting changes to be wrapped up, wanting to see things more clearly, wanting things to work out better for you and maybe your loved ones, for your world, your path. But you can't rush divine timing because it feels like you need to remember that you're not only very intuitive, and that's one of your superpowers, it's one of your talents, but you're very plugged in and connected, being drawn to this specific reading. I mean, you're watching a tarot reading, right? So you're a spiritual being, but it just feels like you need to remember with that strong connection to the spiritual realm, you have not only a strong team of spiritual guides. I mean, everybody at least has one spirit guide, if not several, but you have other spirits that feel guided to join you and protect you, guide you, assist you. And so the point I was trying to get to as all those messages kind of came out, is that you do have divine timing within your world. When things are meant to change, they're simply going to change. When something's meant to be, it simply will be. When you're meant to get things done, Taurus, you know and need to remember throughout this week period and surrounding it, you will get it done because it feels like there are certain delays within your world. Even recently, there are certain disturbances, annoyances, you know? They're reminding you to meditate, to take a deep breath, to even disconnect in a moment of frustration or feeling like something or somebody is poking your buttons, if you will. Is that the right saying? I just heard teasing you is what I'm hearing. But there is going to be some positive banter is what I'm hearing. Even goofiness, ridiculousness is the wording now I'm getting. And this is important for you. Remember that every soul that you do strategically or just end up connecting with isn't always your type of person or isn't your isn't one of your soulmates or who's meant to be a friend of yours. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we need for you to strategically, once again, connect with people for the sake of your reputation or your future in that situation, or to get an opportunity. Or regain something is what I'm hearing, but or to keep a situation intact, in better energy. But yeah, because I feel like there's at least one or two people within a situation for you that don't necessarily have your back, but you do need to connect with them at certain points. Feels very work related, But they're saying whatever makes you happy. To an extent, we need you to be utilizing that. Going back to this card, they wanted me to shift away from what we were talking about. But yeah, I feel whether you experience chaos within your world throughout this week or not, there has been at least some of which recently. And so it reminds you that things really can't be continuing exactly as they're meant to, exactly as they have been and are throughout the week, because we need this to be turning in the reversal as things should be, especially for a Taurus, proceeding, coming to be, and changing quite smoothly. All right. Things that disturb your flow, you either need to cope with it to the best of your ability, knowing that you can, or discard it if you can, But something's growing within your world quite nicely, and Spirit is saying it may be a long time coming for some, but either way, this is going to be a reward in of itself. This could be a relationship, a connection. It could be your business. It could be something in regards to a job. But I feel like either way, even if it's not part of that, numbers are going up throughout the month. There's a focus on financial gain throughout the week as well. I want more, I need more is what I just heard. But changes for the future are on your mind. You can't help but think about what you want to change, and then Spirit saying, well, what needs to change? Typically, I would reverse that message, but in this case, for your weekly reading, that's how it's coming through. Playfulness. When you're more playful with life, with the different aspects, the different areas of your life, you naturally are happier. And when you're happier, what happens? You create better quality work. You connect with people more efficiently. You change the energy of yourself and other people. You naturally make a difference more efficiently. You know what I'm saying? And you're meant to throughout the week, and even more so moving forward. You're meant to help people, all right? To be an assister is what I'm hearing. Is that even a word? Somebody who assists others with simply their energy and their way of being, but also their advice, their spirituality being utilized for that, for a lot, your intuition at the very least, and your experiences as well. But yeah, look at this. As well, again, your knowledge, we kind of mentioned that, right? Not really, but anyways, using your knowledge to your advantage, the different areas of your world, aspects of which to the advantage of those, as well to other people's. Let's move on to some tarot. What else do we have for Taurus? When you feel, and maybe even more so reflecting upon who and what you've felt or are feeling disconnected from, we need you to realize and gain a bit of enlightenment, clarity in regards to why that is. Because to be fully invested, give energy to be connected to everybody and everything within your world 24/7 will drain you, will not benefit you, and will potentially, or they're saying may guarantee a blockage or two along your path. You know what I'm saying? There's a strategy and a benefit or several benefits from connecting and disconnecting very, very strategically. I feel a lot of you have been overly serious recently, with little moments of happiness, goofiness, playfulness happening, popping up for you. But look at this. The World card and the Three of Wands. Taurus, it's a week where you can't help but look forward, as I feel certain aspects of your life, including spirits and items, and maybe photos, videos, music as well, are pushing you to flash back. Not all of it's going to be to your advantage, and you may even find moments of reflection come to be flashbacks once again where it was beneficial and it was meant to be for one if not multiple reasons, but then that thin line is about to be crossed, or is, where it's then no longer beneficial, it's going too far, or transitioning to a state of negativity, or wearing rose-tinted glasses. So bring it on back to the present moment, or at the very least think about your bright Taurus future, because again, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. But your world is developing at this time in ways that you can't even begin to put your finger on, because you're not meant to. That would be too much for you to develop, develop is what I was about to say, to digest, to understand. It would maybe even create a different approach for you then that you're not meant to take moving forward with certain aspects of your life. Does that make sense? If you knew everything, if you understood everything within your along your path moving forward, I'm hearing crystal clear, then you would at certain points not take a risk when you're meant to. You wouldn't approach that connection the way you're meant to, or that job or that business, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? And sometimes you would continue what you're not meant to. So Spirit's saying, this reminds each and every one of us, because I have Taurus in my chart, that you need to trust the mystery along your path, as enlightenment does come through selectively, and more will moving forward past this week, but in divine timing, once again, as we have expressed to you, reminded to you earlier on in the read. But the Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, you are thinking about where your control lies, but also thinking about financial savings a lot, or the lack thereof which, because there are certain financial investments that you need to be ready for, as well as financial obligations and commitments, expenses that you aren't aware of. And even, again, some that you are aware of. Somebody needs to fly back home to see their family. Someone needs to invest in a new car. And someone needs to purchase or invest in renting a new place to live. And so these prime examples are coming up. But I feel your spending habits, your living habits in that sense, and otherwise, are coming to take a big highlight at certain points because you overdo it. You don't trust your intuition. You don't remember, or when you do remember, how that a similar kind of purchase or investment, how it didn't benefit you rewinding back. You then just decide to make the same kind of purchase or similar purchase again. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be surprised if temptation is part of this week. The King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. I feel your maturity is taking a highlight in a very grounded way. I mean, Tauruses typically are a very grounded sign. 1221, look at the angel number meaning. Your hair or the color of your facial hair for some is taking a highlight. And I'm not surprised to hear the message of coming through of what you choose to wear throughout the week, whether it's more so the color, the comfort level, the feeling it gives you, the pattern maybe for some, the accessories that you choose for a lot, all very much speaking upon how you want to be feeling, want to be living, how you've been changing, are changing at this time. And so we're needing you to notice this maybe even more so after you're not wearing whatever that is, but maybe more so when you're wearing it, because there's something to gain from that. Anyways, but they're saying there's a new investment on the horizon of importance, and it's going to cost you money. So once again, let's, buckle up for the ride is what I just heard, but let's be mature in that sense. Let's be responsible in that sense, because you will kick yourself in the behind is the wording coming through if you don't have yourself securely ready for that investment when the divine timing comes to be. The King of Wands is also two king energies. You're going to be feeling quite in your masculine energy throughout the week. But the Devil card coming out in the reverse, there's a sense of your world at this time, and you're needing to remember this and notice this at certain points. It's not as toxic or difficult, heavy in energy as it used to be because of certain changes. So let's honor this, right? By doing what you know is going to even increase that lightness, that ease within your world, and lack of toxicity, but also they're wanting you to just be grateful for it. You know what I mean? Because things could be a hell of a lot worse, and I guarantee they once were, once again. But the Devil card in the upright is definitely talking about, for some, burnout, overworking yourself, maybe overdoing it here and there, temptation once again. But we're not going to end the reading on that note. Okay, well, we're not ending it on this one either. They're saying there's going to be a highlighting of certain difficulties you've dealt with that you don't tell people about, even if they do actually know, or at least to an extent. But I do feel you are Definitely thinking about at certain points, reflecting upon or having a dream about some difficult experiences that you went through. But to wrap up this reading, they're saying this is going to be a week of growth, a week of enlightenment, and a week of changes within and outside of you to prepare you for your bright future. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, okay? So if this was truly helpful, I'm sending you a ton of love and light.